Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Going from cat cows into donkey kicks into fire hydrants as we normally do to warm up. It's hump day, baby, so either hump or be humped. It's up to you. The choice is ours. We completed an entire Arnold's Pump Club program, which means today we're going to start a new one. As always, we are brought by Stella Blue Coffee. Shout out to Stella Blue Coffee. They were also the sponsor of Chat Eliminator, run by Clemmer, which we're going to finish today in the New York office. Shout out to Clemmer. He gets a lot of shit, but guy's putting in the effort. He's trying to make shit happen in New York, so God bless him. Stella Blue Coffee's awesome. Not just because coffee's awesome and cold brew's awesome. Not just because it's easy to make, or you can buy it in little cans, so it's super convenient. The cold brew I make, just throw 2 pouches in a pitcher. I use a blender because I'm socially off. And then it's ready in 8 to 12 hours. But the coolest thing is helping our 4-figured friends. Keeping dogs out of shelters or worse, getting them happy families. So as long as you're juicing yourself up on caffeine, you may as well help some dogs, right? Coming into pigeon pose. And since I started using the Pump Club, I will say my results have been extraordinary. Particularly, not just my strength, but even my muscle development. The way I can see them growing in a more symmetrical, full, round way. And what I mean by that is, rather than just hammering the same muscles or even the parts of muscles that are already strong, Arnold's Pump Club really does a good job of rebalancing your exercise portfolio, so to speak, where you start remembering to do exercises that you might be aware of, but you just kind of stop doing over time. There's a million different reasons why exercises will fall out of your routine. Pump Club does a great job of bringing them all back, not making you think too much, not making you weigh in your head, oh, should I do this? Should I not do this? What's the right thing to do on this particular day? The app, you don't have to deal with an annoying person if you like to work out by yourself, but at the same time, you don't have to think because everything's just laid out for you. And to me, that is truly the best of both worlds. Left foot forward. Finish our stretch. Minor pump warm up. And we're going to do a little jog before doing the main lift, opening lift of this new Pump Club program. I like to think of it, as corny as it may sound, more as a journey. They last about 10 weeks, about 2.5 months. And you have to really test yourself out over the course of the program. There I go. Florida Nightmare, Ethan, my guys. There I go. Morning, y'all. Morning, y'all. Morning, morning, morning. Gonna grab two very light, for me, 5-pounders. Feet are just a little bit apart, maybe shoulder width. Keeping the weights in close, but they're not touching the body. Elbows are not touching the body. It's a tight twist, back and forth. It's gonna warm up your abs. It's gonna engage your shoulders, biceps, triceps, your traps. It's really nice for your grip strength. You're really going to work on getting those forearms stronger, that little nook in your bicep, and that grip. The grip is fundamental to long-term health, long-term vitality. And then, of course, the obvious one here is your obliques, your sides. Cutting that extra little fat on the sides out. And the belly. What I like to do that for is just making the arms warm before we start running. All right, a little jog, and then we're going to get into the lift. Not a long jog today, but we want to break a sweat. On the dance, on the dance, on the dance. No noise complaints today. On the dance. On this. Woo-wee! and the world is in diapers. Woo-wee! Freedom pump. Should have a tumbleware and pop. And mountains, they'll crumble into the sea, into the sea. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't. By me, won't you stand by me? Work, boy, work, boy, work, boy, work, work, work. Won't you, yeah, won't you stand by? Come on. I believe that the sky goes. Woo! Down by the highway side. Let's go. Bill Withers, Ain't No Sunshine. Woo, what a song. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. And this place gone too long. Anytime she goes away. Wonder this time when she's gone. I know, I'm gonna leave young thing alone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Whoa, 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 whoa. Woo! Great day to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. We only get a certain amount of these. Shake off the negativity. Ignore them haters. Work from a place of love today. From a place of passion. A place of fire and desire. Tenacity. It's just you versus you, baby. Everything else is bullshit. It's you versus you. You versus you. Take the dead. Take it. Don't wait for it. Don't ease into it like a pool on a cold deck. Fill it up and own it. Like motherfucking Poseidon. Pretty obvious when I start to hit flow state, eh? It's the endorphins talking. Can't be held against me. Speeding up here with a lot of slap plus. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't shed a tear. Just as long as you stand by. Won't you stand by me? 7 a.m. A lot of alarms going off right now. We're almost at 2 miles. Got to get stretched. Some twists. By the time most people are finishing their morning shift, we'll get into a full lift. Gotta be hungry. Stay hungry. Being normal is being a sheep. My voice cracked. Hello? Going right into our uphill march. So it's a very interesting workout today that I'm going to start my next Arnold Pump Club program with. Less sets, less reps. So we're going to go up a little bit in weight, which I kind of like because it's going to be great for muscle confusion, changing things up from how we've been doing them. And that's one of the things you'll hear Arnold talk about a lot. If you do an exercise with your chest and your biceps and your back, your muscles, you're doing the same order over and over. Your muscles and your brain become very comfortable with it. You're going to get really good at it. And once it becomes almost like second nature muscle memory and relatively easy for you, the challenge is being honest with yourself to switch it up and keep challenging yourself. You don't want to get comfortable. You want to get confident. You want to get confident in continuously challenging yourself, not to strain yourself, not to max out, but to stay outside of your comfort zone. With every workout, you should at least have something that is not a fundamental go-to for you, meaning you've got to push yourself a little. It's a part of your brain when you do something that you're not comfortable with. And the more you grow it, the more you strengthen it, not only do you become a more tenacious, fearless person, but it actually directly links to things like life longevity, mental health, avoiding things like Alzheimer's, dementia. My dad's battling that right now, and I'll tell you, if you got kids, if you're married, if you got people that depend on you, being in shape is not about vanity. It's actually the most selfless thing you can do. Forcing time in your day to take care of yourself is the ultimate way to make sure you can take care of others, take care of your people. So let's do a quick stretch. We're going to get into Romanian dumbbell deadlifts. So just stretching out those legs again real quickly. So our first Pump Club exercise of the new program. It's actually one of my favorites that I started doing in the last session, which is going to be dumbbell Romanian deadlifts. Sorry, I got music blasting, so let me just turn that down a little. So let's go with 20s because we're just looking for 4 reps here. So we're bringing the dumbbells right down in front of our shins and right back up. Nothing complicated here. Nothing fancy here. Starting with 20s to make sure I perform right. Feeling it in our hamstrings, keeping our knees stagnant, really arching our back and feeling it again in our legs, our hammies, not our lower back. So the second set, we're going to go up to 40s. We're going to double our weight and go for 3 nice reps, nice clean reps. Sorry, 4. Nice and slow, under control. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! On the floor, pretzel stretch. And then next is dumbbell split squats. Quick shirt change. I've learned it's really important for your skin to not keep working out in the same sweaty ass shirt for an hour after you break your sweat. So I'm trying to act on that sage advice as best I can. All right, dumbbell split squats. So basically this is like a reverse lunge kind of movement. And again, we're only going for 4. Man, someone really fucked up our dumbbells here. Let me fix it. So we got our 30s over here, got our 15s down here, 10s one over here, 5s one over here. Okay. We'll go up to 30s for our second set. Here we go. What's up, Veronica? That's 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. I haven't done this in a while. That's why I love the pump club. We're going to do a power clean into a press. But you never. Just going for 4 reps. 95 pounds, nothing crazy. But you'll see this is gonna make me really work. Mark Henry also ripped my hand apart with that set I did with him of over-unders. So this motherfucker, half my skin is still hanging off my hand. So hopefully this doesn't totally tear it off, or if it does, do it like a Band-Aid, right off. All right, here we go. Ready to go for 2 sets of 5. Feet about shoulder width apart. Don't want the knees to go forward, arching the back, butt out. surprisingly easier than I thought it would be. That's one set. If you wonder where I get my energy, Stella Blue Coffee. StellaBlueCoffee.com. Oh man, Dave K. That was a great tweet yesterday. I think Clemmer's been doing a great job with the chat eliminator. He's using a tiny budget of like creativity in the New York office. And then shout out to all the content people always being down to do whatever another teammate asks. I have loved watching Keys so far. She just owns who she is, and I respect that. She's like, fuck you, chat, fuck you. Like, I'm not afraid of you. I'll tell you guys, when you start working at Barstool, it's pretty intimidating, like all the comments, and everyone has an opinion, and at first it can really make you feel shitty. That woman is fearless. You can think whatever you want, but you can't really argue the fact that she's fearless. There we go. Next time we'll have to do more weight. Woo! One more up. Whew. I'm more of an Earl Hebner, Dave. I don't really turn heel. I'm not a baby face. I'm not a heel. I'm more of a background guy. Okay. Bent over row. Biceps, triceps. Now what I'm going to want to do is also sneak in a couple extra leg things because I'm a sicko. It's a little bit out of breath now because of Arnold's Pump Club. All right, here we go. I'm going to post a very I don't give a fuck picture of myself this morning showing my 7 pounds of muscle gain since starting Arnold's Pump Club. So again, for someone like me, I want to be clear. They're not a sponsor. They don't pay me. This is not some slimy car salesman angle here. I purely love Arnold's Pump Club. Even if it wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger, if it was John Doe's Pump Club, I would still love it because it's reintroduced me to exercises I stopped doing and balanced my exercise portfolio in a way where I don't even have the opportunity to be an idiot, to do bench press 4 times in a week or run way too much or whatever the case is. It keeps me organized and it keeps me locked into what the mission is. All right. Before we do our bicep tricep pump, I'm going to quickly stretch out my lower back again after doing the power clean presses. And I'm going to do a little bit of leg extension. Amadeus. Upward dogs. Earl Hebner, that's right. Yeah, when the Montreal screw job happened, for anyone that doesn't know, it was a WWF title match between Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart in Canada, where Bret Hart was born and is a hero and his family's beloved. Bret was at the end of his wits with Vince McMahon, and Vince knew he was going to go to WCW. So rather than tell Bret, Vince had the referee suddenly ring the bell before the match was over, acting like Bret Hart had tapped out. Well, when Shawn Michaels, of all things, put his own finisher on him, the sharpshooter, and Earl Hebner, when the bell rings, just runs the fuck out of that ring. He was a smart man because Bret Hart hocked a loogie right in Vince McMahon's face and then proceeded to find you backstage and knock him the fuck out. Now, I would say, sometimes it's good to get your rage out, but the crazy thing with Bret Hart is he spit in Vince McMahon's face, punched him in the face, knocked him out, and he got a huge contract with WCW. Still never seemed to be able to let that go. Still talks about it like it happened yesterday. All right, here we go. Just doing leg extensions here. Trying to build up our quads. All right, if we're going to go for lower reps, let's not be a fucking pansy about it. Go up to 80 pounds, which we have not done, and really going 70. Go to 100. Let's go to 120. Now it's going to get fucking hard. Anybody that likes rock music, I have a question. Do any of you actually not prefer the best live performance opposed to the studio? I'm listening to My Hero by the Foo Fighters, and I don't really love the song, but there's one live rendition that I think is just gorgeous. They really slow it down. It's more acoustic. They take their time. All right, 120. Woo! Too many reps, but I got it up. Do I go for 150? Basically my body weight. I'm gonna let my quads rest for 1 minute while I work my butt. Really efficient way to build up the glutes. I call them donkey kicks. But the key here is your foot's going straight backward and upward, not off to the side, Keep it straight back. After all the other exercises, you will definitely feel this. Hold. That hold really burns. The butt is such an important muscle for your core strength, for your balance. You can't neglect it. Feel that burn, hold, and twist. Oh, I love that, Dave. Great recommendation. Can you DM that to me? San Francisco. So if anybody has good at rock covers, I'll give you my favorite. It's Hart covering Led Zeppelin at the Kennedy Center with both the orchestra and the choir. I love music. I love all music, really, but when you can really combine different genres into one beautiful mix, so a choir with a rock band or a orchestra with an incredible singer, whatever the case is, those collabs I adore. Even, I know I'll probably get made fun of, but I grew up on Dave Matthews at summer camp. Dave Matthews, Tim Reynolds, live Radio City Music Hall. That version of Crush is my favorite. 120. Whew. All right, that's the most ever I've done on that. Oh, baby boy, oh, baby boy. Whew, that hurt. All right, what do we got now? I think I've done this like 2 days in a row, but it's literally on the workout today. Yeah. Cable chest press, and it's 3 sets. It's actually funny. I think I did this yesterday. I don't know. I was so tired yesterday. I think I was trying to do the app workout, that I forgot to input the data, and I couldn't quite remember if I did it all or not. So we'll keep this one relatively light because we're overdoing it on this muscle here, but I don't mind getting an extra cross cable in. And again, less reps here, so just, it's a good angle for once. See how my hands come right there, but don't touch. Full control of the weight, coming all the way deep into the chest on the way back. So when you're bench pressing, you'll never get this far back because your elbows stop on the bench. Your shoulders get stopped. Here you can stretch out that pectoral muscle even further and really control the weight. Now, when you're doing this, the chest press, you're going to work that upper part up here on your chest. That's why I always complement it into a superset where I stand straight up and down. And then the movement is identical. I'm twisting my hands, bringing the palms as close together without touching them as possible under control, and coming back up. And this is going to work this part, the undercarriage, the lower part of our pectoral. And I'm capable, as you saw in Ohio with Stu commentating, I could put 150 pounds on each side and handle it. Not well, not safely, but I can handle it. So right there, I'm only doing 50 pounds, and it's work. It's work because the form's perfect. The amount of people that compromise on the quality of their workout for arbitrary numbers is really unfortunate. All right, we're going to superset these with rows. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. I like how it seems like this new program is really going to have some mixed leg upper body days like today, which is always a crazy feeling. Just getting like an exhaustive pump across the whole body. On a lonesome highway east of Omaha to the ending. Last set. Nothing much to do. Feel much like riding. Wish the trip was through. Here I am on the road again. Here I am up on the stage. Here I go. Woo! Restaurant, strung out from the road. All right. Pump Club app is now calling for overhead tricep extensions specifically. So we're going to go right into our overheads. Turning the hands outward at the end of the rep. He's a man. You don't dare make a stand. Way too light. We're going to go to 80 pounds on the next one. And then classic Arnold. We're going to superset this with some good old biceps. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. Now, why do I like to use the resistance band here? We're getting toward the end of the exercise, the workout, I should say. So I want to be efficient. When I'm doing curls, I always prefer getting my variance, meaning that's a reverse curl. It's a regular curl, my palms facing the ceiling. Hammer curl, my palms are parallel to each other. Reverse curl, my palms facing the ground. I can just easily go through these. I can change between both arms, one arm, keep myself guessing, keep my arms confused, and get a significantly more impactful set in a significantly less amount of time before going back to my triceps. May as well just keep that there. Second set. Woo! 80 pounds. Notice how my hands turn outward at the flex point. About half my body weight here. All of my triceps. All right, I'm considering this my first set. It was way too light the first time. The unofficial first time. No break, coming right into my hammers. And it might look super easy, but my biceps are on fire already. We're having a day, guys. We're having a fucking day. And to that point, we're going to try 100 pounds. Never done this before. 100-pound tricep extension, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be very, very, very difficult. On and on the lonesome highway. All right, boys, suck it up. Here we go. DMX, my entrance song from Rough and Rowdy. Thank you, God. Perfect time. Woo! Here we go. One more set. Take my breath away. What a song. 100 pounds. Woo! Curling 100. Just want to get a little bit of calf work. No hands. Whew. All right, 100-pound hammer curls. baby boy. Back to the calves. Single-legged. Even on my off day on my calves, I like to get a little bit. That's 20. The calf muscle is one of the hardest ones to build up. There's no shortcuts, as far as I know. I guess there aren't really shortcuts to anything in the gym. It's fucking hard. So anytime you see somebody with really ripped calves, they most likely have incredible work ethics and or some great genes. But you can't just like half-ass it and develop calf muscles. Like biceps you can build up pretty well, even if you don't do anything else. Calves are tough. Here we go. Last set. Preacher man. Was the son of a preacher man who could ever reach? Was the son of a preacher man. Woo! That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Great workout today. Wow, we did an hour. Always makes a difference when we get in early, doesn't it? No matter how hard I try, every time it's sweet talking to me, starting to tell me everything's alright. Everything. The only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. Whew. Thank you, Stella Blue. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, God. Thank you, Stu Finer. Thank you, Barstool. Thank you, Frank the Tank. Life is short. Life is sweet. Take no shit from no one. And make sure you enjoy a nice little treat.